Hello everyone, this is Ayushi Maheshwari. Welcomes you all to my channel Physio Gyan. Till now we are done with the subclavian artery and axillary artery. So now our next topic is brachial artery. Brachial artery is the continuation of the axillary artery. In this video, I am going to explain you all about the brachial artery, its origin, its extent, its courses, relation, diagram, anastomosis, branches and applied path. So before moving on, do not forget to subscribe the channel, like my video and share it with your colleagues. Brachial artery is the very important artery. It is the major blood vessel located in the upper arm, and it extends downward up to the elbow and is the main supplier of the blood to the arm, forearm and head. Brachial artery is a continuation of the axillary artery. It extends from the lower border of the teres major muscle up to the elbow joint at the neck of the radius. So its extent is extends from the lower border of teres major muscle. Lower border of teres major muscle. This is the lower border of teres major muscle. This lower border. 2. The elbow joint at the neck of the radius. Look here, this radial artery is coming downward, bifurcating over at the elbow joint. I will explain you this in the video, and dividing into two, radial artery and ulnar artery. So this is ending at the neck of the radius. At the neck of the radius, at the elbow joint, just medial to the biceps brachii tendon. So brachial artery along with the medial cubital vein and the biceps brachii tendon forms a triangular pit over the cubital fossa at the elbows. This is your cubital fossa, forms a triangular pit and ends up to here and forms a cubital fossa over here. So upper arm consists of two compartments, anterior compartment and the posterior compartment. Anterior compartment consists of your biceps brachii muscle, brachialis muscle and the coracobrachialis muscle. And the posterior compartment consists of your triceps brachii muscle. So brachial artery is supplying the anterior compartment of the arm. So brachial artery is very superficial vessel. Brachial artery is a superficial vessel. Though it is so superficial, it is only covered with the lining of the skin and the fascia. Both of the subcutaneous fascia, superficial and the deep. So though it is very superficial, so it is helpful for examination of pulse and blood pressure. Helpful in examining pulse and blood pressure. But because it is so superficial, it is prone to many injuries also, such as fracture. Very common fractures of the supracondylar fracture in the children and fractured shaft humerus. It's very common and directly injures your brachial artery. Okay, so now we are moving on towards the courses and relations of the brachial artery. So brachial artery, as I told you, is the continuation of the axillary artery. This is the lower border of the teres major muscle. Above this, it is an axillary artery, as I already told you in my previous video. So from below the lower border of the teres major muscle, it continues as a brachial artery up to the elbow joint, and then bifurcates into two, radial artery and the ulnar artery. टीरीज मेजर के लोअर बॉर्डर से ये ब्रेकियल आर्टरी बन के निकली है और पूरे आर्म में फॉलो कर रही है, हमारे पूरे आर्म में चल रही है और एल्बो जॉइंट के डिस्टल टू 1 सेंटीमीटर पे आके 1 सेंटीमीटर डिस्टल टू आके ये टर्मिनेट हो रही है। बाइफरकेट होने के बाद टर्मिनेट हो रही है दो आर्टरी में, एक आर्टरी बन रही है रेडियल आर्टरी और एक आर्टरी बन रही है अल्नर आर्टरी. दिस इज योर अल्नर आर्टरी because it is present over the ulnar bone. This is your radial artery because it is present over the radial bone. Okay, so along the way, it is so superficial, and this brachial artery extends downward and laterally. See, this is your medial side. This one is your medial side and this one is your lateral side. So brachial artery is coming from the medial side to downwards, and it's shifting laterally from the medial side. From the medial side is coming downward laterally in front of the elbow. From the medial side, it is coming downward and laterally in front of the elbow and bifurcating into the two branches. So this brachial artery, this one is your brachial artery. Along the length of this artery, it accompanies with many things. So these are your relations. So anteriorly, in the upper part, if we are talking about the upper part, it is in relation with the medial cutaneous nerve of the forearm. In the upper part, it is in relation with the medial cutaneous nerve of forearm. Second, moving on towards the middle part, it is accompanied with the medial nerve of the arm. As you can see in the upper part, this is the upper part of the brachial artery and this is the median nerve of the arm. And in front of the elbow, moving on downwards, in front of the elbow, it is in relation with the bicipital aponeurosis. Can you see this? This is the bicipital aponeurosis. And the medial cubital vein which forms the triangular pit over the cubital fossa at the elbow. So along with this, if we talk about posterior part, this is the radial nerve which is running posteriorly. This is the radial nerve running posteriorly, coming downward. This is your humerus bone. So radial nerve is posterior to humerus bone and coming downward and is coming out from here, lateral side. So it posteriorly, brachial artery is in relation with the triceps brachii muscle. This is the radial nerve and the lateral intermuscular septum. Radial nerve and lateral intermuscular septum. And radial nerve, profunda brachii artery, it is also the branch of the brachial artery. It is also the branch of the brachial artery and the coracobrachialis muscle and the brachialis muscle. Okay. So we are done with the anterior relations and the posterior relations. So now moving on towards the medial part. Medially, over the upper part is in relation with the ulnar nerve. This is the median nerve, this one is your median nerve and this one is your ulnar nerve. Ulnar nerve, and in the lower part it is in relation with the median nerve. This lower part, this is in relation with the median nerve. This is your radial nerve and the lateral intermuscular septum. Let me write it over here. So it will be clear to you. Okay, so this is your radial artery and lateral intermuscular septum. And this one is the medial intermuscular septum. This is the biceps brachii tendon. Okay, so we are done with the anterior part, posterior part, medial part, and now the lateral relation. Laterally, the brachial artery is in relation with the biceps brachii tendon. Coracobrachialis. And biceps, triceps, and brachialis. So guys, if we move on from the lateral side, this is the lateral side and this is the medial side. From the lateral side to the medial side, the structures are in the following order. First, you will find the radial nerve. This is your radial nerve, which is passing from the posterior compartment of the humerus and coming out laterally with the lateral intermuscular septum and following. This is your radial nerve. So if we move from the lateral side to the medial side, the structures are in the following order. First, you will find the radial nerve, which is present over here. Then you will find the biceps brachii tendon, of which the medial side, the brachial artery terminates, as I told you, in the extent. So first is the radial nerve, second is the biceps brachii tendon, then your brachial artery is present, and then your medial nerve is extend. So this is the following order. Okay guys, so now we are moving on towards the branches of the brachial artery. There are several branches. I am going to explain you all of them. So here are the branches of the brachial artery. First branch is the profunda brachii artery. Profunda brachii artery is the first branch. Profunda means deep. So it is also called as the deep brachii artery. Next is superior ulnar collateral artery. These are all the branches of the brachial artery. Middle ulnar collateral artery, inferior ulnar collateral artery, nutrient artery of the humerus. This is the nutrient artery of humerus. That means we get to know that blood supply of the humerus bone is by the nutrient artery. Next is the muscular branch, is the deltoid artery. Deltoid artery is the muscular branch of the brachial artery. And now these are radial artery and the ulnar artery. These are the two terminal branches of the brachial artery. Brachial artery is this, bifurcates into two, radial artery and ulnar artery. These terminal branches are very important, usually asked in the Viva Voce questions. So this was all the branches of the brachial artery. Now to remember this all, here I am having a mnemonic. Mnemonic is plain November rain, sweet child, oh my, it's so easy, don't stop rocking UQ. A little bit long mnemonic but easy. Plain, P for plain. So P is for profunda brachii artery. Plain November. November is for, N is for the nutrient artery of the humerus. Plain November rain, sweet child. S, superior ulnar collateral artery. Sweet child, oh my, it's, I, it's, inferior ulnar collateral artery, and M is for the middle ulnar collateral artery. Plain, November, rain, sweet, child, oh my, it's so easy. I is for inferior ulnar collateral artery. Don't. D for the deltoid artery. Don't stop rocking. Rocking. R is for radial artery. Ucule. Ulnar artery. Ucule means the guitar. So, plain November rain, sweet child, oh my, it's so easy, don't stop rocking, Ucule assembles all the arteries. Okay guys, so now we are moving on towards the diagram of the branches of the brachial artery. To understand this, have a look over here. So this is your brachial artery, which is bifurcated into two, radial artery and the ulnar artery. This is the radial one and this is the ulnar one, and this is your brachial artery. This is your lower border of the teres major muscle, and from below this it is the brachial artery. So brachial artery is first giving branch to the profunda brachii artery. So this is the profunda brachii artery जो इसके बाजू में से निकल रही है, and then it is posterior. फिर उसके पीछे से जाके दो branches में divide हो रही है. This is the profunda brachii artery. And then from the brachial artery, another two branches are these. These two branches are parallel to each other. These are the superior ulnar collateral artery and inferior ulnar collateral artery. This is the profunda brachii artery, which is giving two branches. This is superior ulnar collateral artery, and though it is inferior, so it is inferior ulnar collateral artery. Okay. Now here, this is the nutrient artery of the humerus. This is your nutrient artery. Okay. And so now it's giving to, this is the terminal branch bifurcating into two, radial and ulnar artery. Okay. Now these profunda brachii artery gives two branches. Anterior branch. This one is the anterior branch and this one is the posterior branch. So these anterior and posterior are the descending branch. These are the descending branch. And these are the collateral arteries, superior and inferior collateral artery. Inferior ulnar collateral artery is also called as the supratrochlear artery. Supratrochlear artery. Superior ulnar collateral artery accompanies with median nerve. मतलब सुपीरियर अल्नर कोलेटरल आर्टरी जो है वो मीडियन नर्व के साथ साथ चलती है. Profunda brachii artery, it is a deep brachial artery and it is on the posterior side. So it accompanies with the radial nerve. मतलब ये radial nerve के parallel चलती है. इसके बाजू में radial nerve होती है. So moving on, this anterior and posterior descending branch having another names also. Anterior posterior artery is called as the radial collateral artery and posterior descending branch is called as the middle collateral artery. So this is the diagram of the branches of the brachial artery. Moving on, first let me explain you the meaning of the collateral. We are having four collateral arteries. Superior ulnar collateral, inferior ulnar collateral, radial collateral and the middle collateral. Collateral means when the blood goes from up to down, and same in all of these four collateral arteries, blood is flowing up to down. So it is called the collateral artery. Opposite of collateral is called as recurrent. You need to understand this important because I am going to explain you the anastomosis of the recurrent and collateral arteries at the elbow joint, and this is the very important part. So what is collateral is up to down when the blood is flowing, and when opposite of this, like blood is flowing this way, so this is called as the recurrent artery. So now we are going to understand the anastomosis of the ulnar and collateral recurrent arteries. Now we are at the very important heading, that is recurrent and collateral anastomosis of the elbow joint. So guys, this is the brachial artery bifurcating into two, radial artery and the ulnar artery. So for the anastomosis, I already explained you collateral and the recurrent, which are opposite of each other. For the anastomosis, we need four collateral arteries and four recurrent arteries. They are first brachial artery giving two branches, radial collateral artery, middle collateral artery, superior ulnar collateral artery, inferior ulnar collateral artery. Look, these are the four ulnar collateral arteries which having their blood supply in this direction. and this brachial artery blood supply is in this direction. And now this is the ulnar artery and this is the radial artery. Brachial artery giving 4 branches. Ulnar artery is going to give 3 branches and radial artery is going to give 1 branches. This is the 1 branch of the radial artery, which is going to anastomose with the radial collateral artery, and this name is the radial recurrent artery. Do not forget, it is recurrent, radial recurrent. Now ulnar branch is going to give again branch. Ulnar artery is again going to give branches. This is the anterior interosseous artery and this is the posterior interosseous artery. So one branch is coming from this and this is the common interosseous. First, this is the common interosseous giving 2 branches, anterior and posterior. This is the common interosseous artery. So this is going to anastomose with this. So this names as interosseous recurrent artery. Mark my words, all the arteries coming from the below are the recurrent, all the arteries coming from the upwards are the collaterals. And these all will be the recurrents. So again, ulnar artery is going to give 1 branch is this, and again remaining are the 2 branches. So these are the 1, this and this. This is anterior, this one is your anterior interosseous recurrent artery. This is recurrent. This is posterior interosseous recurrent artery. So, in recurrent and collateral anastomosis of the elbow joint, there are 8 branches of the artery, 4 collateral and 4 recurrent. Combining forms the anastomosis at the elbow joint. So, to remember this, there is also a mnemonic. So which artery is going to anastomose with which? So this is the mnemonic for that. Superior ulnar collateral artery is going to anastomose with, look, this one. This artery is going to anastomose with the posterior interosseous recurrent artery. So P. Inferior ulnar collateral artery, that means this one. This one is going to anastomose with posterior interosseous recurrent artery. Little messy. Let me explain you again. Superior ulnar collateral artery is going to anastomose with the posterior interosseous artery. Inferior ulnar collateral artery is going to anastomose with the anterior interosseous artery. Next is the middle collateral artery is going to anastomose with the interosseous recurrent artery, and the radial collateral artery is going to anastomose with the radial recurrent artery. So SAMR, this is the medial part, this is the lateral part. So this was the anastomosis of the recurrent and collateral anastomosis of the elbow joint. Okay, so now the last part of the topic is the applied part. As I told you, brachial artery is very superficial and it is very helpful in examining the pulse and blood pressure. Though it is superficial, it is prone to injuries like in the fractures. Very common fractures are the supracondylar fracture in the children and the fracture shaft of humerus. Second point is tight tourniquet can decrease the bleeding. As it is very superficial, any tight band or tourniquet applied over the brachial artery can decrease the bleeding to the distal part of the limb. So this was the applied part of the brachial artery. I hope you understand the full video and you are confident with the anastomosis part as well. So please guys, as I already told you, gather lots and lots of gyan and do not forget to subscribe Physio Gyan. Please like the video and share it and comment down the query. Thank you.